We are going to learn how to make nouns plural, singular possessive, and plural possessive. A singular noun means just one person, place, thing, or idea. A plural noun means more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Then when we talk about possessive, possessive means showing ownership. So singular possessive is one noun showing ownership, whereas plural possessive is more than one noun showing ownership. Now, different types of nouns have different rules for how to make them plural, singular possessive, and plural possessive. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first noun that they give you is box. Because box ends in an X, when we make it plural, we have to add ES, boxes. So there was a box, there were multiple boxes, and then to make it singular possessive, you add an apostrophe S. I saw the boxes label, the label that belongs to the box. But if we have multiple boxes that are possessive, you write the possessive form, which is boxes, and then the apostrophe is going to come after the S. Next we have potato. Now when you're making a word that ends in an O, plural, you add ES to the end, potatoes. Now to make potato singular possessive, we're going to write the singular form, which is potato, and just like they did for box, for potato we're going to add an apostrophe S. Potatoes. I peeled the potato's skin, the skin belonging to the potatoes. For the plural possessive form, you're going to write the plural form, which is to add an ES, and then you're going to add the apostrophe after the S. Next we have opera. An opera is going to follow the normal rules for making the plural form, which is to add an S. I saw an opera. I saw multiple operas. However, to make it singular possessive, you're going to do the same thing that you've done with all of these, which is to add an apostrophe S. I looked for the opera's title, the title belonging to the opera. And then to make it plural possessive, you're going to write the plural form, which is operas, and add an apostrophe at the end. Next we have deer, and deer is kind of funny because in its singular form, it's I saw one deer. Notice it doesn't change in the plural form. So I saw multiple deer, and it doesn't change. To make it singular possessive, you're going to write the singular form, and then you're going to add an apostrophe S, just like we did for all of the other ones. So I saw the deer's antlers, the antlers belonging to the deer. But what's crazy is when we do the plural possessive form, we're going to write the plural possessive form, which is the exact same as the singular, and then still add an apostrophe S because it does not already end in an S. Okay, so it would be deer apostrophe S, even in the plural possessive form. Now next we have leaf, and leaf ends in an F. For words ending in an F, what you're going to do is you're going to change that F to a V and add ES. So there was a leaf on the ground. I saw multiple leaves on the ground. When we make it singular possessive, you add an apostrophe S to leaf. And to make it plural possessive, you're going to write the plural form, which is leaves, and then add an apostrophe after the S. Toy. Now, toy ends in a Y, but it has a vowel before the Y. So we're going to leave toy alone and add an S to make it plural. I played with the toy. I played with the toys. Now, if we were going to make toy possessive, you write the singular form and then add an apostrophe S. Where are the toys' batteries? And if it was plural possessive, so you had more than one toy with batteries, you would do toys in the plural form and then an apostrophe at the end. Next we have mouse. Now some words become completely new words when they're in the plural form, and mouse is one of those. So mouse becomes mice. The singular possessive form is mouses. So you do the singular form and then an apostrophe S. So the mouse's cheese, the cheese belonging to the mouse. But if it was plural, we would write the plural form mice and then add an apostrophe S. So if there was more than one mouse with cheese, we would say the mice's cheese. Next we have booth. And words like booth that end in TH, we just add an S. So booths to make it plural. To make it singular possessive, you would write booth, which is the singular form, and then add an apostrophe S. And to make it plural possessive, you would do the plural form and add the apostrophe after the S. Now for names like Steve, to make Steve plural, which would be an odd thing to do, maybe there's more than one Steve, you would write Steve and then add an S. Steves. There are multiple Steves. And it's going to correct it for me because it doesn't like that there are multiple Steves. When you are going to make Steve possessive, so if you were going to say Steve's homework, you're going to add an apostrophe S. Now, if you had multiple Steves and they all had homework, you are going to make it plural, Steves, and then add an apostrophe at the end. Next, we have a word like package. Package ends in an E. So all you have to do to make it plural is add an S, packages. For singular possessive, you would use the singular form, which is package, and then add an apostrophe S. The packages label, just like box. And then packages, plural possessive, you would make it plural first, and then add the apostrophe after. Now words like shirt follow the same pattern, so shirt we are going to make plural by adding an S. The shirt's tag, so the tag belonging to the shirt, you would do shirt apostrophe S. And if you had more than one shirt, you would make it plural. And then if you were talking about all the tags belonging to all the shirts, you would say the shirts apostrophe tags. Now next we have calf, and calf is the same as leaf in that we have to take that final F, change it to a V, and add ES to make it plural. So if you want to say the calf's mother, you would write calf apostrophe S. And if you had multiple calves showing ownership, you would write the plural form and then an apostrophe. Next we have mystery, and mystery ends in an Y, and the letter before it is a consonant. So we have to do something a little different here. To make it plural, we have to change that final Y to an I and add ES. Now to make mystery singular possessive, you write the singular form and add an apostrophe S, the mystery's ending, the ending belonging to the mystery. But if you had multiple mysteries showing ownership, you would make it plural, mysteries, change the Y to an I and add ES, and then you would add an apostrophe, the mystery's endings. Now, ox is one of those funny words that becomes a whole other word whenever it's plural. So for ox, it becomes oxen. To make it singular possessive, first you have to write the singular form, which is ox, and then you're going to add an apostrophe s, oxes. If you were going to make it plural possessive, you have to write the plural form, which is oxen, and then add an apostrophe s, because it does not already end in an s in the plural form. And last but not least is grapefruit. And grapefruit is kind of like deer in that it does not change in the plural form. So the plural form of grapefruit is also grapefruit. So the singular possessive, you would write the singular form, which is grapefruit, apostrophe s. For plural possessive, you have to write the plural form, which is the same as the singular form. So you're going to write grapefruit, and then because it does not end in an s, we have to add an apostrophe s. Okay? So always remember, singular possessive, you're going to write the singular form first, and then an apostrophe s. For plural possessive, you write the plural form, and then an apostrophe if it ends in an s. If it does not end in an s in the plural form, you would add an apostrophe s.